Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to the channel Automation Testing One.
Hello guys, today we are going to see about how to execute the test cases in parallel mode using TestNG. So when you run your test case in TestNG, usually it runs in serial mode. Today we are going to achieve parallel mode using TestNG. Before moving to the topic, what is the advantage of using parallel mode? Let's understand that. So what is serial mode of testing? So the test case will run one after other. For example, once you start the test case, test one will run, and then test 2, and then test 3, and then test 4, and end the test case. In parallel mode, test 1, 2, 3 all run at same time. So in this case, if you see, in order to execute 3 test cases, it took, for example, 2 minutes for a test case. Total you will spend 6 minutes. Okay, so in parallel testing it will be reduced to 2 minutes. So where this parallel testing comes into picture, for example, you have to run a sanity test on your application under test. So parallel testing is not just cross browser testing, means the application can be run in all the 3 operating systems, like we have Mac, Windows and Linux, and we have a development environment, integration environment, and user acceptance environment. Apart from that, we do have browser testing like Chrome, Mozilla, Chrome, Mozilla Edge, Safari, Opera. A lot of browsers available, and these days industry need is like their application should work in all the browsers, all the environments. So it makes the automation tester or tester to test and confirm the application works in all environments, all browsers, and all operating system. So in serial testing, what we do, we launch a Chrome browser, execute the test case, close the browser, then open a Firefox, execute the test case and close the browser, open Edge, execute the test case and close the browser. In parallel, what we are going to do is launch Chrome, Firefox and Edge at the same time, execute the test case and close the browser. If you see in our example what happens, for one test case it took 10 minutes, then in serial mode it took me 30 minutes to complete the testing. But in parallel mode it will be just 10 minutes or plus or minus 5 minutes it can take for the parallel execution. That's why it's good to go to parallel mode of testing, but you should make sure you are taking utmost care of paralleling the test case, because if you try to call a dependent method which was running in parallel already, so your test case will fail. So you should be aware of your framework and you should know how which test case should run or run in parallel mode. Okay. Now we are going to see about the practical example. How do you configure parallel test execution in TestNG? So we have 4 ways of achieving the same. One is through methods, the second one is through classes, third one is through test, and fourth is through instances. In this topic, we are going to see about methods, classes, and tests. How we are going to run the test case in parallel using methods, tests, and classes. So the first one is methods. So before that, you should understand how do you configure. This configuration happens on TestNG.xml level. There is no change in your TestNG test files. So the first thing what you have to do is you have to mention in the suit parallel equal to on what basis you are going to run the test cases parallelly, either by methods, classes, or tests. So parallel equal to methods. That's what we're expecting parallel equal to method. And the second one is thread count. So what is meant by thread count? Before understanding that, we should understand what is threads. What is threads in Java? So what is threads in Java? So what is threads in Java? Threads means, in multi-threading concept, thread means one after other thread will be running. Means like if you want to achieve 5 tasks will be multi-threaded. Whenever the queue is free, the thread will start running. In our case, we mentioned thread count as 4. We mentioned here, see here, we have mentioned thread count as 4. That means what we're trying to tell the system, allocate 4 threads for this test case. So currently I have 3 test methods and 4 thread count, so it is suffice. But in case I have mentioned thread count as 2 and I'm trying to execute 4 test case, what will happen? So the test case, first 2 test case will run parallelly and the second one will be waiting for the thread to complete. Then it will start running. Even though it is parallel testing, since the thread count is less, again it will change it to serialized mode. Okay. So the first example which you are going to see is parallel methods. So if you see here, I have this class. Inside this I have this method. So in this method I have 3 test. In this class I have 3 test methods. One is launching Firefox, one is launching Chrome and getting the data, and third one is launching a Edge browser with Google website. Okay. So the configuration is simple. I have mentioned it as method and 4. Before that, let's see in serial way what's happening with this. So right click, run as TestNG test. So what happened if you see? First, Chrome is initialized. It launched Chrome browser, closed it. Edge is initialized. It launched Edge browser and closed it. The third one is Firefox is initialized and it launched Firefox browser and closed. So all the 3 test cases passed. So the test, if we go and see the result, you can see total 24.523 seconds it has taken. In that Firefox has taken 11, 6, 7. So total test execution time is 24 seconds, 837 milliseconds. Okay. Let's come to TestNG.xml file. Right click, run as TestNG suite. Now it's going to run parallelly. So Firefox, Edge, Chrome all open the same time. We see all the instance has been opened and Firefox opened it because of some launch issues. Okay. So the test case is done. Now if you see the test case, it took just 19 seconds. So since Firefox took 19 seconds, the test execution is little bit delayed. Otherwise, it will be very less. So that's why parallel testing reduces most of our time. So the second thing what we are going to do is how do we configure via classes. So for this, if you see, I have created 2 classes. So one is having Chrome, other one is having Firefox. So now what will happen is, instead of running these 2 classes separately, I'm going to run both the classes parallelly. So how do you achieve it? The first thing what you have to do is, in the parallel, you have to mention classes. Please make sure these are case sensitive. If you mention like this, it's going to throw error. Okay. Second, what you're going to do, so let me command this Control Shift or slash, and I will uncomment this guy. So So that's it. These are the two changes in my XML. So now these two classes are going to run parallel. Before that, I will show you how much time it takes serially. Minus TestNG suite. So Firefox has launched. And closed. Then Chrome will open. Enter the data and close. So total time taken is 14 seconds. Let's add the parallel class and run the same. So we see both is opened at same time. It should be same time because of some Chrome and this configuration. This one it's taking some time. Okay, you see actually it was equal because of Firefox. Let me show you via Edge. Let's take an example of this one. Parallel. I will change it to Edge so that you can understand how fast. Since Firefox having issue in my machine, it's taking long time to launch. So if you see both as launched at same moment and closed, yeah, how fast it ran? Just 7.5 seconds. Okay, hope you people understood how you can run the test cases parallelly. Okay, and the last one which you are going to see is test. Sorry, cases. Okay, so test means test tag. Okay, so in this test we have, let me comment this, we have one test case and I will uncomment the other test. So in this test I have another test case. Okay, before that there is a problem in this. Let's see what is the problem. Test is open. See it here, this is not commented. Sorry, it's not a problem. Classes of suit parallel test is open. We need to check test is closed. Okay. That's it. So we should be careful with XMLs. Okay. Now let me run first serially to show you how it works. So two test cases it should run. So the first test case started in Edge. The second test case it launched in Chrome. So the total time taken is 9 milliseconds. Let's add this one, save it. Let's run the same parallelly. You can clearly see both as launched at the same time. Now let's see the time taken. See, just 7 seconds. So this is how TestNG parallel testing works. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.